Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Living the Life show. I'm your host, Columbus Cody, and I'm so glad you're joining me today. It's time for the verse of the day. Yes, it is. All right, so today's verse of the day is one that you have probably heard many times before, have quoted it, try to stand on it, but I want you to think about it from this perspective today. Today's verse of the day comes from Romans 8 and 28, and it says this. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. We know this. That's the key. You got to know this. You got to know that it's going to work for your good. Now, if you look at the picture that I used to illustrate this verse, it's a lot of different ingredients. Okay. And who would have ever thought that the ingredients that God used in your life would eventually come together to be something wonderful? See, the individual ingredients might not taste good by themselves. That divorce you went through, that didn't taste good by itself. But now you're married again and you're a greater husband or a greater wife because of the error that you made before and that you learned from. See, God allowed you to make the choice to pick your spouse, and he used that situation to build you to where you are together today. It's working for your good. All right, that job that you lost, I know you love that job because it's what all you knew. It's what you've done for so long. But now that you've lost that job, it's forced you to see things from another angle, to see things from another perspective. And because of that, it has worked for your good. Who would have known that the ingredients that the master chef, our father, would put together would work for your good? Yeah, if you eat an egg, take a raw egg and put it in a bowl and stir it up, you wouldn't want to drink that. No. But if you add some vanilla to it and some cinnamon to it and a little flour and a little sugar and a little bit of salt, just a little bit of salt, and you add a few more ingredients and you bake it in the oven, you put it to the fire, all of a sudden it starts to rise. And when it finishes rising, it turns into something that is delicious, something that everybody wants a piece of. And who would have thought that would be our life? Who would have thought it? Years ago, I was at work and I worked at a high school, and the culinary arts teacher, she made pimento cheese sandwiches. I don't like pimento cheese. Now, she was probably, if I was to guess, in her 80s, and she was like, "Coach, try it." I'm like, "No, ma'am, I don't like pimento cheese." She said, "Coach, try it." You can't tell an 80-some-year-old woman no twice. So I took the sandwich and I bit into the pimento cheese, and I'm expecting to go, "This is gross." And it was the bomb. It was so good. And she said, "Here's the problem. You've been eating pimento cheese previously that was not made by the hands of a chef." And maybe, just maybe, what we're going through in life right now is we're eating of the things of our hand. We put these ingredients together and we don't know what we're doing, but the master chef does. So if he allows it in our life, then you need to know this, that it will work in your favor in the end. We just got to navigate the middle. We got to trust him in the middle and keep pressing forward in the middle because the end is already set. So my advice to you today is this: trust the chef that's putting this recipe together. All right, guys, you know what you got to do. Watch it, share it, live it. Now let's get busy living the life. God bless. Today's show is brought to you by Witness Wear. That's clothing that sparks a conversation. How do you get your witness wear? Go to www.columbuscody.com. Again, that's www.columbuscody.com. And remember, every t-shirt sold, the proceeds will use to pour into the lives of others. God bless.